Hi, friends.
Hi, friends.
We're back. It's episode 95 of the Brunch and Judge. Woo woo. Check out my new studio digs.
It's her she cave.
That's my she cave. You can see my Hogwarts castle puzzle behind me. It's lovely.
Yes.
My cat pillow, my telescope, and my fridge, my little tiny mini fridge that has my no fucks given coloring page on it.
Nice.
Above me is the Venetian mask
Yes.
that Claire and I bought, God, like 20 years ago.
2006.
2006.
2006.
Oh my God.
Almost 20 years ago.
It's insane.
Almost 20 years ago.
But anyway, we are your hosts. I'm April.
And I'm Claire.
And this week we are here to tell you some great fun stories about family curses.
Yes, we are.
But first and foremost, Claire,
Yes.
what are you judging this week?
Well, since it's Christmas time. Now it's December. It's December.
It is
Um,
December.
it
Woohoo!
is. The year is gone. I want to judge just the expectations of buying presents, and it's dumb.
Oh, God, it is dumb. Oy.
And like, I just, I feel like now where I'm at in my life, mom's asking me, "What do you want?" I don't need anything for Christmas. I mean, anything that I find that I want is probably just gonna junk up my house, which is already junky enough. And as the
Mhm.
meme says, it looks like I'm losing a game of Jumanji. Um, and I have no excuse for it because I have no children. So I'm just busy in life. So,
Life. Hmm.
but it's just like, I have all these people in my life to buy for, which I mean, children, I don't mind buying for the children. They love it.
Well, and they're
I love
cute.
watching the children open their presents. They crack me up. I love winning Christmas with them. They're cute. But yeah, it's just when you get in other like adult social situations and you're just like the pressure to buy presents for people and you're just like, but
No,
why?
I absolutely understand. Because so, like, my family keeps growing. There are no children.
Yes.
I mean, all the children are adults now at this
Right,
point.
right,
I mean, Maggie's the last one, and she'll be 16. So, like, she's not a
right.
child. Let's be real.
Yes.
So, like, we finally did this year. We're like, let's draw names because, like, I have Spencer now, and so instead of us getting a random gift card from people because they try and buy us a couple's gift.
Right.
And like Caleb has a girlfriend, and pretty soon, Austin and Matthew will probably have girlfriends that come to Christmas. So it's like, what if we just draw names? And so we finally did this year, and I'm so excited because I'm like, I don't need several gifts. I need none
Right.
of that. So
Right. And I mean, for me, it was like my main job.
mm-hmm.
Like we always bought for everybody.
Yeah.
And I mean, granted, we're small. I mean, there was only six of us, seven of us that worked there at a time. So that means I would only ever buy five or six gifts, but still to tack that on
That's a
to
lot, really, when you're
to my
buying.
family. Yeah, to my family, which at the time my brother was having children and kept having children. Because he got married and then he kept having children. And I'm like, stop
Yes,
having
yes.
children.
Mm-hmm.
Walt, stop having children. No, but and then it's like I like to buy gifts for my friends.
Mm-hmm.
I have like a group of friends I like to buy gifts for every year.
Same, same.
And then I got a boyfriend. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like that aspect. So I've got my clump of my tribe, I guess, that I buy for. But then to like have to buy five or six extra gifts for work, and there was no like set amount.
Right.
So it was just kind of like, and you'd see like the gift card amount that people would spend on you, and you're
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah. But when I first started there, I was only making like 17 years ago. I was only making like $8.50 an hour.
Right.
So I mean, to like try to stretch that out to, and granted we do get Christmas bonuses, but still, I don't even
But
think
still,
those have gotten bigger over the years, but it's still just like to like it's easier now. I will
yeah.
say that it's easier now. But this year we were talking about just drawing names, and I'm like, yes,
Mm-hmm.
that would make my life so much easier to only have to buy one present for work instead of buying like six
Right.
presents for work or five or six presents for work, and it's like nothing against those people. I mean, I'm like shop. I mean, because the guys were at first the guys were so hard to shop for because they never would be. I don't know what you want, like whatever.
Right.
And finally, I started buying them beer. Once E Town went wet, I was like, I'm just gonna buy you beer, and then it turned into restaurant gift cards.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the guys would get. Let me just get you, and then it turned into bourbon. Once
Right.
I was like, that kind of stuff. It's like, it's like just the pressure though to like get people stuff that they
That they want, that they'll use, that they'll enjoy. It's
yes.
really hard.
Yeah. And so I got to where I started trying to do like consumable stuff,
Right.
like alcohol or jerky or
Mm-hmm.
restaurant gift cards,
Mm-hmm.
or, something or just Amazon gift cards, something they would use. But it's still just the pressure to, some of your sucks sometimes.
Yep.
It
Mm-hmm.
is. It's just, and not like my family, I don't mind buying for them, like I said, the kids. I love watching the children open their presents. They're so funny.
Yeah. Enjoy it while they're young because they become
Right.
teenagers and then
Right.
they're like, I just want the new Uggs and Lululemon everything and this outrageously expensive thing that we call, what do they call it? A belt bag, which by the way is just a fanny pack. It's a fanny pack. Stop calling it something else. It's not a belt bag.
It's a belt bag.
You're
Oh,
you're
please.
wearing a fanny pack, and I don't care if you think it's trendy. All I can see is 1980s mom written all over you because that's
Right.
literally all I think of when I see a fanny pack. Oh my god.
But like my sister-in-law will send me because like for birthdays and stuff with the
Mm-hmm.
kids, she'll send me videos of when the kids, because I'll ship it to their house, obviously, because I don't see them because they're far, far away.
Mm-hmm.
But she'll send me videos of when the kids open the box. And I love it because they're like, oh my God, Now,
Mm-hmm.
Elliot, the youngest one, usually for her birthday, we're on vacation. So I will take hers and she does get to see it. So that's nice.
Yeah.
But the other two, she'll send me videos and I love watching them open their presents. But, like Ava just turned 10. So I know I don't have much longer to go with her.
Yeah.
Like once she hits 12 or 13, I know that's probably going to be like,
Yeah. That's when they start being like, no, don't take a video of me, mom. It's weird.
you know, like now they're still like, thank you so much, Aunt Claire. I love you. Like I know I don't have much longer.
Right.
I know I don't have much longer for that. So,
Although I will say that my experience has been that the girls hold on longer, like, because you're still a cool aunt who's doing
uh,
fun, cool things, and you're a woman, and so you're still like this cool thing. I mean, the boys
uh,
get tired of you pretty quickly because it's like, gross.
right,
Can't.
right, right, right. Yeah.
It's been my experience, but
As long as I keep buying him Nerf guns.
mm-hmm.
At least that's what he asked for, Pokemon and Nerf guns. So Aunt Claire's got you, Atticus. But it's just, I don't know. This time of year is just like, why is everything just so much like it is? It's like you get older and you're like, God, just buy, 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 buy. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, dang it. And then it's people keep asking you, what do you want? I'm just like, I really don't
I know. Like
want
I have to
anything.
manufacture things that I'm like, well, I was probably
Yes.
gonna buy this for myself at some point anyway. So will you just buy
Right.
it for me is literally what it
Right.
boils down to.
Yeah.
Hence
Definitely.
my new winter coat and my new tennis shoes. It's like I need that. I was gonna buy
Right.
them anyway, so you can buy them for me. Thank
Right.
you.
And now, mom can't, since I work at a clothing store, it's
Mm-hmm.
like mom doesn't buy me gift cards. I mean, she could still buy me gift cards because I can still use those, but it's like I get the discounts. I just buy my stuff like
Mm-hmm.
whenever something comes in and I'm like, oh yeah, let me grab that, get my discount.
Mm-hmm.
So it's as far as that, not like, hey mom, buy this for me for my birthday or whatever, because my discount's way better than what you can get
Right.
it for. So there's that. But it's just the pressure sometimes this time of year to outdo yourself that you did last year.
I know
Or
it.
it's just, yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, I don't feel like my family's big enough to like draw names. I don't mind, that part of it, but especially the work thing. Like I always kind of wish that we drew
Mm-hmm.
names because I felt like I'm like, this is like 6 or 7 extra gifts. And I'm just like, oh my God. And they were always the last ones that I bought too, man. I was always just like,
Mm-hmm.
you're talking like the week before, and I'm just like running around town. Like people probably thought I was an alcoholic, just like loading up at the liquor barn because here's the bourbon and here's the tequila. And it was just, like,
And they're like, well,
here's the
someone's
liquor
gonna
barn.
have a Merry Christmas,
I
aren't
know, and
they?
here's the liquor barn gift cards. Like, it's not for me, I swear. And they're like,
Sure,
sure.
sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Yep. So yeah, that's my judge. It's just everything this time of year with the buying and presents, and it's just
Yeah,
it's a lot,
that's an excellent judge. I support that.
especially
Because
for
it is a
somebody
lot. Well, and
who
it's
does, especially for me, because I'm like, I don't have children, I'm not married, I'm just like, it's like all on me to just do it all myself, and
mhm.
it's like,
Well, and like there's a point, and I think it hits probably in your 30s when it's that it's either you are making enough money that you can kind of buy what it is that you want or need,
right,
or it's that you have just acquired enough stuff that you're kind of like, I'm done. So that it is
right,
a chore to come up with gifts within like a reasonable price range to have people get you. And you're like, I
yeah,
don't even fucking know. Okay. I don't even know.
right. You did say tennis shoes, so that could be something I can give mom.
Yes.
Hey, let me go find some
Yeah.
shoes and I'll send them to you. Buy these for
Well,
me.
and like I feel like when I give my mom anything that's like clothing related, she feels really good about giving that to me because I never go clothes shopping.
Right.
I find it tedious and boring. So like she's always happy to buy me stuff like that because then she can see me wear it and feel like it's a good gift. Even like, well, of
Gotcha.
course it's a good gift. I picked it out for you to give to me.
Right.
So, but I think it makes her happy to buy me tennis shoes and a coat,
Right.
some socks. I mean, a puzzle. I did put a puzzle on my list so she could give me a
Oh, there you
puzzle.
go. Yeah.
But you know,
But yeah, that's
we're
my judge.
we're boring when we're old, I guess.
Yeah. That's my judge because it's
Excellent.
December and it's Christmas time. Christmas time is here. So
Excellent.
that's it.
Excellent.
So, what is your judge this week?
Okay, so here's my thing.
Uh-oh. You're like
I
settling in, like, let me tell you.
well, because okay, so like first of all, I'm gonna start this by saying fuck Google. Fuck you, Google. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Oh, what happened?
So I know Claire, I know you know this. The rest of you may not know this. I love above most things in the world the Great British Baking Show. Like
Yes.
I love it. I
You watch it all the time. Yes, I know
I
this.
I and every year I end up rewatching all of them because
Yes.
Netflix releases like an episode a week, and you're like, on Friday, I'm like, it's the day I get to watch it. And I get stupid excited. And Spencer's like, oh, your precious little show. And I'm like, yes,
You're
your
like, don't
precious show.
hate.
He does. He just likes to tease me.
Yes.
But so, and because they do such great like color treatment to, I guess, to make Paul Hollywood's eyes look super blue, like it's just a very
Oh,
bright,
really?
colorful show. Like it's just very pleasing to watch.
Yeah.
It's very soothing, very comforting. It makes me very happy. But so it, they're releasing them a week at a time, and they're being released in the UK as well, but they're released there first.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know when, and I've never really paid attention. But so every Friday I get mine. Well, this week
Oh,
was
I
the
see.
finale. You see where
I
this
see.
is
I
going.
see where this
You
is
see where this is
going.
going. So
Mm.
this week, yes, because this is yesterday. Today's Saturday. So yesterday was the finale, the final. The three bakers were going to bake off, and one of them was going to win. And it's so exciting to watch because you don't know who it's going to be, except fucking Google. Fuck you, Google. on my news feed. Like, I don't search for shit. It
Aw,
just was there. And it
boo.
was like announcing it, which
Aw.
I can announce it now. It's already done. But like, they're like, the new Great British Baking Show winner, Maddie. And I'm like, fuck, what? Like, I couldn't, like, I didn't click on anything. Like, it was just
It was just
in the
there.
headline. And I was like, you've ruined it for me. So, like, I knew on Tuesday before this fucking episode was even available to watch. And I was like,
Oh, like that
fuck
early?
you, Google. Fuck you, Google. I'm so angry and mad that I'm like, why would you put this in a US newsfeed? What the fuck? You know
Oh,
where I am.
that's
Google
mean.
knows where I am, okay? They fucking know because they literally watch everything that we do. And they know all of my favorite brands and anything I've ever contemplated shopping for. So they knew that I'm in the United States and my episode hadn't aired yet. And I was really goddamn angry about it. And I'm still fucking angry about it.
Should write them.
Fuck you, Google.
Strongly worded
So
email.
angry. Because it's like, I
Did
mean,
you tweet? You should tweet and tag them and hashtag fuck Google.
that is correct. Although, is it still a tweet now that it's an X? I
I
don't even
don't
understand.
know.
I don't use it
know.
anymore. Elon Musk fucked it up, so
I know. Right.
I don't do any of that. But like, no, you're right. I'm gonna do that because I'm still very angry about it. Like, what the fuck?
That is rude.
And
rude,
so like I've had
rude.
several days to ruminate on my anger. And then I watched it yesterday and I was like, it took away. I mean,
right, yeah. Because you
Maddie,
knew.
of the three finalists, Maddie was who I was cheering for. So I'm glad he won. He absolutely deserved it. Super,
Yes.
like his story is super sweet. You know, his girlfriend slash fiance is the one that signed him up for it because he would never do it himself. And like she was so encouraging and really pushed. Like, I mean, it's such a sweet, happy story. And like, yay. But when I'm watching the episode, it was between him and another guy, and you weren't sure what name they would have announced, except that I fucking knew because Google fucking ruined it. And I'm like, fuck you, Google.
Yes.
This is
I
my
agree.
fuck Google. And I'm angry about it.
Yeah.
What the hell? What the hell?
Yeah, like what yeah, I agree with you. Why would you put the name in the headline? Like you could have put like the winner, but
Knowing.
don't put
Like,
in
make
the
me
headline.
click
Like
on
click
it.
on
Like, if
it.
I
Yeah,
want to ruin it for myself, then I can. But like, I didn't have a choice because it was like I open up Google and you know how it's like bloop bloop the random
yeah,
things. It was just
it's right
there,
there.
and I was
Yeah,
like, I
rude,
I didn't
rude.
want this. I didn't ask for this. You know that it's not released here yet. You know I'm in the United States. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah,
So
that's
much anger,
mean.
so
That's
much
mean.
anger, and
Yep.
so angry, so angry. But yay for
I'm
Maddie
mad.
for
I'm
winning.
mad for you though.
Thank
That's
you, because like it was my joy. They took away my joy.
yeah, I agree. That would be like them coming on and like ruining the end of a book or something. Like blasting like the twist in a book or a movie.
Mm-hmm. It's exactly what it was like, and I just so angry. It's fine. I'm gonna center myself now and breathe. Hmm.
Yeah, I agree. Fuck Google for that. That was rude.
Hmm. So yeah, I'm mad. I'm mad about it. Still mad about it.
Yeah, I can tell. Oh,
But
that's weird.
yay
It
for
was like
Maddie.
so much in advance, like almost a week
Yeah.
in advance. So it was like, what?
Like, I mean, I knew that it aired in the UK first. So like I've always tried to
Right,
not pay attention and not look at anything
right.
remotely connected to it because I didn't want any spoilers. And then it happened anyway. And I'm like, me, god fucking damn it. Ugh. Anyway, okay. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. It's fine.
Are you though?
It's fine. I'm fine. I'm fucking fine, Google. Hate you.
Anywho,
Anyway, that's my judge. Um, I hate
excellent,
Google,
excellent judge.
and it just really it was like the meanest thing ever. So,
I concur.
mm-hmm. So do better. Do better next year. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely.
But so time to turn to our topic of the day, family curses.
Yes.
So I go first this week. And in order to keep with my Brunch and Judge Advent, woo, I chose a Christmassy themed family curse.
There is
So
a Christmas themed family curse.
there is.
Oh,
So I got my information from BuzzFeed from a video I watched there, from chronicle.co.uk and history.com.
gotcha.
So we're going to talk about a young woman named Jackie who was on a video that I watched in which she was doing like an interview telling a story of her family being cursed at Christmas. It was a Christmas curse. So it all started with an ornament.
An ornament. Okay. All
So
right.
Jackie's mom, her Sunday school class had decided to raise money for some organization or something for Christmas. And the way that Jackie's mom had decided to help raise some money was to have Jackie's Sunday school class make Christmas ornaments. So they made just like paper and glue and glitter, use the
Oh
glue,
yeah.
put the glitter on
Uh-huh.
it. Like we're not talking super high class things. These are kids
Right.
making ornaments to sell. And so all of the ornaments that were made were sold except for one. And it was supposed to be like a Christmas bell that had a peace sign on it.
Okay.
But it didn't really look like that, kid art. What are you going to do?
Right.
In fact, Jackie said it actually kind of looked more like a Darth Vader helmet. And I'm like,
Well,
okay.
I would have bought a Christmas bell with a Darth Vader helmet. I'm just saying.
And so nobody bought it. And so Jackie's mom decided, well, kid made it. I'll buy it. And so she bought it, took it home, and hung it on their Christmas tree. This weird Darth Vader helmet mask thing that was supposed to be a Christmas bell with a peace sign. And from that moment on, Christmas was a disaster.
Okay.
So,
Did the child curse this ornament? Like
I
what?
mean, I don't, maybe a demon got in. I don't know. But like, so one year, because there's several years of Christmas disasters. So one year their dog died like the day after Thanksgiving,
Oh no.
which ruined their Christmas. And then in another year, her Jackie's father got misdiagnosed. They thought he was something else, and he ended up having to have like an emergency back surgery to save his life. Like it was just
Oh
like
my gosh.
right before Christmas. So like ruined
Huh.
Christmas. And so like at that point they had been living in New Jersey, and they decided as a family to move, probably job opportunity, I don't know, but they moved all the way across the country to Oregon. And let me tell you, that is a fucking long drive because
Cause
I
you've
know it
done
because I've done it.
cause you've done it.
Because I've done it. I of course bring all of their Christmas possessions with them, including the Darth Vader helmet Christmas bell peace sign. And so that year, uh, that first Christmas that they were in Oregon, her Jackie's grandparents came from New Jersey to come stay with them for the holidays, and so like everybody was there. They're having a good Christmas, and on Christmas morning, Jackie and her sister are in their room waiting to be called downstairs. So in their family, the adults get up and then have like a little bit of quiet, set up some stuff or whatever. So the girls are supposed to stay in their room until they're told, hey, you can come down for presents. And I'm like, impressive that they did that.
Right.
Because
Like,
like,
what
whoa,
life is this?
what
Yeah.
well-behaved children you were, but good on you.
Right.
So they are sitting in their room, dreaming about all the presents that they're about to open, hoping that, they get the new Polly Pocket or whatever the hell, was popular at the time, the thing that they wanted.
Yeah.
And so they hear like a thump, and then they hear their mom yell, "Don't come down the stairs." And then a few moments later, a series of thuds and then just silence happening. So Jackie, like the rest of us, was like, let's go investigate. I know.
Right.
It's like,
Correct.
I
Yes.
know they said not to, but I'm gonna go look. And so
Right.
she she gets to the top of the stairs and looks down and sees that her mom and her grandmother are in a heap at the bottom of the stairs. So that first thud that they heard was her mom falling down the stairs. She had been carrying some gifts to put down under the
Oh
tree,
no.
and she had fallen and then shouted at her mother, who had come to investigate, to tell her not to come down the stairs. And her mother ends up trying to come down the stairs to help her, but then she falls,
Oh
and she falls
no.
down the stairs. And it was bad enough that they had to get like 2 ambulances to come and get them.
Oh my
So, like,
gosh.
it's Christmas morning and everybody's at the hospital. No one has opened any presents because Christmas is fucking ruined at this point.
Oh my gosh.
And so mom had like a very severely bruised ankle. Like they showed a picture of it in the video. Like it was black and blue and horrific
Ew.
and
Yeah.
super swollen. And so like she had to stay off of it for a while. I don't think it was broken, but it was pretty bad.
It was bad. Yeah.
But grandma, when she fell, broke her femur and had to stay in the hospital
Oh
for six
no.
weeks.
That's a major break. Oh
Yes,
my
it is.
gosh.
So
Because
like
my grandmother broke her femur. Oh my gosh.
Christmas ruined. Ruined. There's
It's
no
ruined.
it's ruined.
Ruined.
She said by the time they made it back home to open presents, she's like, I didn't even care anymore. It was just a super shitty bad
Right.
day.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
So next year comes. And Jackie's sister is like, look, it's this ornament. This ornament is cursed. And that is why every Christmas has been a fucking train wreck for the last like 5 years.
So the sister's the one who pinpointed this is the ornament.
Yes. It's like, it's this demonic evil ornament. This is what it is. And Jackie was like, that's stupid.
Right.
Like, fuck that. That's not real. It's literally just like a crappy ornament. And so she waited till her sister had gone to bed, and then she digs out the evil ornament and hangs it in the back of the tree so that her sister won't notice it. To be like, I'm going to prove you're wrong. You're crazy.
Right.
And so that year, they wake up Christmas morning. They have a wonderful breakfast. Like everything's great. They open the presents. She gets everything she wanted. Like they're having a great day. They have a delicious dinner. Everything is perfect. Perfect Christmas. And she's feeling all proud of herself because she's like, bah,
Like
I
the
was
ornament's
right.
out and she was wrong. Yep.
But then later that night, she noticed that her stomach was starting to bother her. And so like she talked to her mom about it, and they kind of decided, they'd eaten a lot because there's lots of good, rich food, and like, it's probably she just eaten too much. And Jackie agreed. She's like, that's probably what it is, but it kept getting worse. And in the end, they had to call an ambulance for her.
Oh no. Oh my God.
Uh-huh. So they take her to the hospital where she is surrounded by a team of doctors who are trying to figure out what the fuck is wrong with her. Cause like they're like, oh, everything looks fine. We have no idea.
Right.
And they were like, is there any chance you're pregnant? Could you be pregnant? And she's like, I'm fucking 13. Like, no.
Right.
And I was like, when she was talking about that, I was like, oh my God, it's true. Even when you're 13, they're like, could you be
Right.
pregnant? Are you sure you're not just pregnant? Are you sure it's not just cramps? And she's like,
Right.
the fuck is wrong with you? And, she's horrifically embarrassed by that because she's a 13-year-old. And so at some point, they decided to do an ultrasound. And I'm not sure if they did an ultrasound to just be like see, you're pregnant kind of a thing.
Right.
Or whatever. But while they were doing the ultrasound, they discovered, oh, her appendix had ruptured. Oops.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so they had to rush her to surgery. And surgery goes well. She stays in the hospital for 3 days and then finally makes it home where she's resting for a couple of days. And she's just kind of laying in her bed thinking about what the fuck? Like, why did this happen to
Right.
me? Why did it happen at Christmas? And then she remembers the Darth Vader helmet hanging on the tree. And
Oh my
she was
god.
like, fuck, I'm the one who put it up there. I'm the one that got attacked this Christmas because it's like, ha ha ha, it's not real. And it attacked her.
Oh, yeah.
So once she was feeling better, they decided as a family, it's time to get rid of this ornament.
Right.
So they do what any normal person would do and they sage the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Then they bury it in the backyard. They place an angel statue on top of it. And then they do a salt circle around it. And they're like,
Nice.
bitch, you're done. You're done. And so since they did that, Christmas has been fine. Nothing bad has
Wow.
happened. And I'm like, huh. Now what was
That's
really cool,
wild.
it is wild because then here's the kicker. So I'm watching this video and it's BuzzFeed that is doing it. So there's like, it's her telling the story, but there's the guy who's like filming it and who edits
Yeah.
it into
Yeah.
into the story that they created. And so in the beginning, the camera kept turning itself off. And the director filmer dude would come on and be like, I don't know
Like
why
what's
it's
happening?
doing that, it's
Right.
weird or whatever. And so you get through about a third of her story. And then that guy comes back on and he's like, I don't know what happened, but only half of the filmed segments were actually there. Like half of it was just gone. And he's like showing, he's like, here's all the things. He's like, they're just gone. They're just not there. He's like, I've been doing this for years. I've never had anything like this happen before. He's like,
Wow.
it could just be some weird technical whatever, but that on top of the camera just shutting itself off. It's just like,
Wow.
what the actual hell? And so she had to come back
Oh
and
my gosh.
refilm half of that interview in order to get the whole story. And so she comes back and she's like, my mom told me not to come back and talk about this. She's like, it's a sign you're not supposed to talk about it. It's like, you're
Oh
going to
my
make it
god.
happen again.
It's bad juju.
And I was like, holy fuck.
This is wild.
Like some kid made this in Sunday school and it cursed a family for like years, like 5 years, like
That's
insanity.
right. Oh my god.
And as soon
Was the
as
kid's
they,
name Damien? I
no
mean,
kidding.
like seriously. It's Lilith 1000%.
1000%. Oh my god. I love that. I love
Oh
it.
my
I love it.
lord.
But so
Oh
I was just
crap.
like, I'm watching this and I'm going, holy fuck.
Like what? Yeah.
Like what? Oh my god. So that is the family cursed by Christmas ornament that looked like Darth Vader's helmet mask, but was actually a Christmas bell with a peace sign.
That's wild. That is wild.
But just a couple of little bonus things because it's also important to know that you can do things to curse your family. So what can you do to avoid a family curse this Christmas season?
Right.
So obviously, number one, no creepy ornaments that some kid made.
Especially a random child. Yeah.
So I mean, obviously, but you may or may not know that there is a specific day that you're supposed to take down your Christmas tree and your Christmas decor. Did you know that?
I think so.
So you're supposed to take it down on the 12th day of
As,
Christmas,
yes.
which is after Christmas.
Yes.
So there's some conversation about whether it's January the 5th, depending on how you count the 12 days of
Right.
Christmas, or if
Uh-huh.
it's really on the 6th, which is known as the Feast of Epiphany. So,
See, that's what I thought it was
so
on the
on
feast.
Epiphany, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was
So I
Epiphany.
feel like this is just a little bit of a window, January
Right.
5th or 6th. Take your stuff down, because if you leave it longer, or if you take it down earlier, you run the risk of being cursed in the new year. Now, why do you ask? Why are you running the risk of being cursed? Because several hundred years ago, and I'm sure some people now even believe that trees have spirits, including Christmas trees. And so a spirit is set free when the tree is removed from your homes. And if you don't do it at the correct and appropriate time, i.e., January 5th or 6th, then you run the risk of being cursed by the spirit that was in the tree. And it can, back then the concern was that it would ruin your agricultural future, which would impact whether or not you had
Oh,
enough food to eat. But now it's like it'll just, destroy your new year. So don't mess that shit up.
noted.
But if you're thinking, hey, I can avoid this, I'll just not put up a tree. I'm safe. Wrong.
Wrong.
Definitely put up a Christmas tree. Not into Christmas? That's fine. Just put a tree in your house for a little while. Put whatever you want on it. Live your best life. But you get that tree because the evergreens is what keeps the witches, ghosts, evil spirits, and illnesses away. So you need that shit,
Ah, okay.
especially as I'm sitting here like dabbing my nose with a tissue because my allergies are insane. But like
Right.
the ghosts, the evil spirits, the witches, 1,000% Lilith, you got to put
That's
that tree
right.
up. You got to put that tree up. Got to
That's
get some
right.
evergreen in there. Maybe if you're not going to do a tree, like get like some pine tree trimmings or something to just like have in your house to
Right.
ward it away.
Some garland for your door.
Some
That's
garland. There you go. Just a little bit to keep out the evil. Got to keep out the evil.
right.
But there you have it. That
That was
is
wild.
that is my story that I have brought to you. That unless you watch this random video on BuzzFeed, you've never heard that story.
Uh, right? I started to say that's ridiculous.
I was like, whoa, wild ride, was not prepared for it. Excellent story though. I'm like, okay.
Especially when you go back and you're like, yeah, they had to go back and re-record because it just disappeared.
It just was gone.
That's nuts. I love it.
Thank
Excellent.
you.
That was an excellent Christmas family
Thank
curse.
you. I mean, like, I can't guarantee that every topic can I find a Christmas bent, but if I can, by golly, I will.
Nice. Love it. Anyway,
Thank you. Claire, what story have you brought us for family curses?
I'm going to be talking about the Grimaldi family.
I knew it because that was what I was going to do if I couldn't find a Christmas one.
Are you shitting me?
I'm
Oh
not
my
shitting you.
God.
We're just always on the
Because
same
I really
wavelength.
thought, I was like, if I did the Kennedys, April would be like, I was going to do the
What's
Kennedys. That was shit.
Yeah, I was like Grimaldis. Because one, I like saying Grimaldi.
Maldi.
It's just a fun name to say.
Shut up.
I knew we're the same. We're the same person. Twin flame.
Twin flames. Anybody in this world is my twin flame. It is you.
Right?
Nobody else.
Nope.
But we're not forcing anybody to be trans.
No,
So
no. You be
we're not
whoever you want to be.
we're not into that life.
No.
There's none of that bullshit around here. No. Anyway, my sources are Daily Mail, Mirror, Britannica, and this website called culturacollectiva.co.uk or something like that.
I mean, okay.
I'll have to double check on that. The Grimaldi family, they were an Italian family who ruled over Monaco.
Mm-hmm.
They're from Genoa, Italy, and they've been in Monaco since 1297. So they've been there a
Wow.
hot minute.
a
a hot
long
minute.
ass time.
A hot minute, yeah. They've been one of the main and most powerful families in Genoa, obviously, for a while. And this dynasty that has ruled Monaco for more than 700 years has carried an alleged family curse that has kept them from getting their happily ever after.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
so the curse was Rain. Is it Rainier? Is that how you say this guy's name?
Um,
It looks like Mount Rainier, is why I'm saying
yeah,
it
I
that
assume
way.
it's Rainier or
Okay.
Rainier. Well, however
It looks
you want
like
to say it is
it looks
correct.
like Mount Rainier. That's why I'm saying
Hmm.
it that way. Okay, Rainier the First of Monaco. He was the first Grimaldi to rule over Monaco. In 1304, he was made admiral of France after winning the Battle of, and I didn't look this up, so don't at me. Battle of Zierikzee, which was a battle between a Flemish fleet and the Franco-Hollandic fleet. So it was France and Holland were together against Flanders.
Sure.
Anyway, uh, legend says that after they won, after his victory against Flanders, Prince Rainier went and kidnapped a Flemish woman to celebrate, and we all
Gross.
can, yeah, and we all can just use our imaginations.
And what celebrate means. Hmm.
Yeah, on what happened after that. We all know what happened next. And so the Flemish woman obviously was not excited about his celebration.
Mm-mm.
And so after it was over, after the celebration was over, she proclaimed, "Never will a Grimaldi find happiness in marriage," casting a curse on the Grimaldi family. But then on this cult, and there were several, all these articles said that, but then this cultural collectivist said there was another version, and it was that Rainier ordered a woman accused of being a witch to be burned at the stake, and that she said those words because she was executed.
Fair. I mean, to
So
me,
there were those
either
two.
version is fine because
I
he was
know,
an
right?
asshole in both stories. So, like,
Yes.
yeah, yeah,
Yes.
you deserve to be cursed. Sucks.
So
Sucks for you.
regardless of which way things went down, it seems that the curse has stuck and the dynasty has indeed been unlucky in love and marriage
Hmm.
for a while. One example is Claudine, Lady of Monaco, who was around in the mid 1400s. Monaco, this is, in some ways, they were progressive, and other ways, not so much.
Ah,
So, Monaco allowed female succession, but they had to keep their family name, which meant that whoever they married had to take the woman's last name.
okay. Fair.
So, which I mean, yeah, whatever. So, when Claudine was 6 years old, her father died, and he stated in his will that he wanted her to marry her cousin,
You.
Lamberto. I know. Why do we want to keep this in the family? I've never understood this with royals. It's disgusting. That he stated that he wanted her to marry her cousin, Lamberto Grimaldi de Antibes. Antibes? I don't know how to say that. Don't at me. I didn't look up any pronunciations, okay?
That's not who we are. I got
No.
it.
Mm-mm. And he stated that he wanted his mother, which was Claudine's grandmother, um, Pomelina, to rule until Claudine came of age. Well, Lamberto did not like that. And so he overthrew Pomelina and seized the throne. And so Claudine lost her rights since she was no longer Monaco's ruler because
Right.
Lamberto, it was Lamberto now. And Lamberto still married her. Ooh, gross, indeed. And they stayed married. I don't can't imagine it was a terribly happy one
I mean,
since
I would think not.
he kind of like overthrew her and it was still kind of a forced marriage. But
Hmm.
anyway, um after his death, their son Jean II became ruler, but he was murdered a few years later by his brother Lucian,
It
who was then ruler.
was like, now I'm the king. God.
So it was like you got overthrown by your fucking cousin who was supposed to be your husband, but then still became your husband.
And then your
Yeah,
kid killed your other kid and became the king.
I know. It's pretty shitty all the way around.
Yep.
Gross. Um, there was Prince Louis the First in 1660. he married a woman called Catherine Charlotte de Gramont. Said she was beautiful and witty, but she also loved her men. And yeah, af- yeah, I'm trying to be nice about it.
Me too. I also love my men.
She loved her
I
men,
love my
and
men.
after their marriage, she continued to carry on all her many affairs. Didn't stop, especially when the couple would attend the French court, which they did that often because she was French. She had an affair. I don't understand this. Had an affair with her cousin Antonin Nampar and King Louis XIV of France.
I mean, so I can be completely wrong because like it's been a hot minute since I've had any actual European history classes.
Mm-hmm.
Like over 20 years, definitely.
Same.
So, but my memory is that the French court was basically a whole lot of people sleeping together and gossiping. Like it sounded
Oh
like the
yeah,
best
facts,
time, quite honestly. If you
facts. Yeah, I feel like it was just a giant orgy.
and they were all just really kind of chill about like not always. Obviously, some people got mad
Right,
and heads got chopped off, but like generally
right.
speaking, like they were pretty chill about just the general debauchery of the French court. So like there's no
Right.
judgment for me. Sleep with whomever you want. Like
I'm talking about the cousin. I'm just
maybe
talking
don't
about the
have your
cousin
cousin's
aspect.
kid. I mean, but
Right,
like
right, right.
how
That's where I'm
close
like,
is this cousin? Is this
it didn't say.
like
It didn't say. It just
I mean,
said
because like
cousin.
first cousin, gross.
No.
But like generic concept of cousin, because like everybody was your cousin because they were vaguely related to you. Fine, fine, I
No,
guess.
yeah, it didn't say. Just
I
it
mean,
just
but
says
also
cousin.
don't have that kid.
Right, yeah.
We
It didn't say
talked
she
about
got
the
it's
Habsburgs and the jaw that they got. So like don't
right.
do
Yeah,
that.
don't do that.
Don't do
Yeah.
that.
Um she liked her men so much that she became known as Catherine the Torrent and was known as being greedy for pleasure.
Okay, she might be my new patron saint, but you keep going. Like you go, girl. You've lived your best life.
And in 1666, she eventually left Prince Louis I to become a mistress for King Louis XIV. She's like, I don't want to be your wife. I just want to go be his mistress.
I mean, if that's what makes you happy, by God, go for it. Like, life's too short. Go be the king's mistress,
Right.
which kind of tells you everything you need to know about Prince Louis because
I know, like,
she left him to be a mistress.
right. It's like, yeah, right. No. And then we have Rainier III, and this is the one that everybody knows about.
Mm-hmm.
In 1956, he married Hollywood actress Grace Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
And so she left her Hollywood career. She was an Oscar winner.
Mm-hmm.
So she left all of that for him to be a life of the royal in Monaco. And it said she struggled with the intense demands and expectations of that. I can't imagine.
Which to me, like
Like,
after
no.
you've been, and I said this the same as I feel like the Meg and Harry story has some
Right.
similarities because I'm like, you've
Probably.
been in the eye. Like you have been like someone who's been followed by people who people obsess of, who has like there are things that you have to do because you're an actress and you have to show up for certain things for the movie. Like you're used to a
Right.
demanding life and people staring at you. So if it's that much worse, like
Worse.
the fuck is wrong with people?
Right. Just like, ew. Gross. But in 1982, she suffered a stroke while driving and crashed. And so she died at the age of 52. And then he never married again after that. But they had three children,
Mm-hmm.
Caroline, Stephanie, and Albert. And none of them have really fared that well either. So Caroline, the oldest, she was married three times. The first time when she was 21, she got married to a man who was 17 years her senior.
Whoa.
Yeah, I feel like there's a theme of that in all of these,
It's
like
fair.
all of these children, like what these age gaps are like. What the hell?
Oh, that sounds
Anyway,
like daddy problems then.
or something. Anyway,
Daddy
they
issues.
yeah, they divorced after 2 years. In 1983, she wound up marrying an Italian businessman, and they had three kids. They seemed pretty happy. But then he died in a speedboat accident
Oh
in
God.
1990. Yeah, that was pretty bad. That was like, ugh, I hate that for her. And then in 1999, she married a British royal who was a distant cousin of Queen Elizabeth, and they had a child together, and then they split in 2009.
Hmm.
So it's like she still doesn't have anybody. So
At least
like,
no one official. Maybe
yeah,
she
right.
went the mistress route and got herself a nice
Maybe.
mister or something.
Maybe. Stephanie was the wild child and had several public romantic liaisons that said that just drove her dad crazy. Like, because she was the one who was always in the public eye. That was like, she was the scandal. She was always the scandal.
Ah,
Um, she was connected to celebrities Rob Lowe and Jean Claude Van
oh
Damme.
my God.
Yeah. She had two kids with her bodyguard before they got married
Oh,
in
okay.
1995. Yeah. And then a year later, he was caught having an affair with Miss Nude Belgium.
Miss Nude Belgium.
That's what it's
They
Miss
have a
Nude
they have
Belgium.
a nude Belgium
They
contest
do. They
for
do.
I mean,
Hmm.
I gotta move to Europe. It sounds like a hell of a good time, but okay.
Right. And then
Miss
in
Nude
1990,
Belgium.
yeah, I know, right? And then in 1998, she had a daughter named Camille, but would not name the father. So that was a scandal. But when Camille got older, she named her father, and it was the guy who was like the head of security detail back in the day as her dad. And they post on social media like they are, and she uses his last name.
Okay.
Camille does. And so they claim to be father daughter, although his name is not on her birth certificate. And Stephanie has never said that he is her dad, biological father.
Hmm.
So I don't know if they went and had a test and they're just like, or I don't know if Stephanie told her he was, I don't know. But she has
Hmm.
never came out, Stephanie has never come out publicly and said, but on social media, they are like, they take pictures together, they post all the time. So
Okay.
anyway,
Okay.
but then 2001, Stephanie eloped with an elephant trainer. And then that just abruptly ended, apparently. And then 2 years later, she married a Portuguese circus acrobat who was 10 years younger than her. And then that just ended 10 months later.
Okay. I love her. Keep going.
Like, I'm just saying, like,
She's
that was the last
great.
one. That was the
She's
last one I
amazing.
had. That was the
Like,
last one I had. Yeah. So that was just like, what is this age gap business here? Yeah. So then we come to Albert, who basically just stayed like a bachelor. Like, he never had any public relationships. He like stayed a bachelor in his 50s.
mm-hmm.
And in 2000, he met a South African Olympic swimmer, Charlene Whitsock. Um, they had a 20-year age gap.
Wow.
I mean, I really can't say a whole lot because I have a set of grandparents who are 23 years apart. I can't say too much, but still.
It still is it's just weird. I mean,
It is
it's
weird.
not bad. It's just unusual.
It is. Um, they were together, but they didn't come out publicly until 2006. And then they married in 2011. Um, everything looked like a fairy tale wedding, but apparently Charlene tried to like flee the country like days before the wedding with like a one-way ticket out of the country. Like, and then they said that like the day of the wedding, she was like sobbing and tearful, and then her husband was just standing there. And then like later that year, she talked about how like being in Monaco was just very lonely. Like, I guess it's, being with the royals, you can't have your family around, and it's just
But like, so here's the thing. If I married a royal and like they'd be like, okay, so like you have to come here, you have to be part of this, I'd be like, cool, fine. But also my bestie's coming.
that I was gonna
Like,
say I would never see you again.
no, 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 no. You're coming. Like, you can come at like, do they have to, do I have to find you a job? Do you need to be my assistant? Fuck, fine. We'll do that. But like, my
We'd be
bestie's
like,
coming.
look, bitches, this is like an Oprah and Gail situation.
And
Okay.
it would
Like,
also be like, my parents are coming this many times a year. This is when they're coming. This is when I'm going to visit. Like, I'd be like, that's cool. I'm fine with that. I don't need a whole lot of people in my life, quite honestly.
but
Fuck them
these
all.
are my
But like,
non-negotiables.
my bestie's coming with me. And then, like, if my sister wants to come visit, she gets to fucking come visit. That's all. That's all. Like,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Like, she can come visit whenever the
All I
fuck she
need
wants.
is like, all I
Okay.
need is separate accommodations that are to the level that I demand for my bestie. But also in my place, I need a nice guest suite for when someone comes to visit me. That's all. It's fine.
You're like, these are my
This is it. Like
non-negotiables.
they're not big asks. I'm not asking you to like
Right.
fork out a castle for all these people. I'm just saying give them a goddamn
Right.
guest room.
Right. I just feel like it was like this relationship started off like
Mm-hmm.
but in 3 years later they had twins.
Oh.
But Albert was confirmed the father of two illegitimate kids in relationships he had before
Oop.
he met or before his
Mm-hmm.
relationship with uh Charlene. I think they said one was like paternity. So they met in 2000. One of the paternity things happened in 2005.
Mm-hmm.
One of the other paternity things happened in 2006.
Okay.
Um, but then, and so I guess that kind of puts a damper on your relationship. Because I mean, they were dating, but they came out publicly in 2006. So it was like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like, so I feel like there might have been some infidelity between
Yeah.
2000 and 2006. Just
You have
saying.
to wonder if it's we were on a break. We were not on a break. We
Right.
were or
we
when
weren't we weren't official or
or
yeah.
it's we hadn't had the conversation that we were exclusive. And I'm like,
Right.
but we were
Right,
exclusive.
right, right, right. So then in 2011, there was another paternity suit that had been filed against Albert that was pending. And then Charlene left for South Africa that year. And then she was there and she had like an ear, nose, throat infection.
Hmm.
So she stayed there. And then when she came back, she wound up going to this hospital in Switzerland for exhaustion, both mental and physical. And she was there for a while and she missed her twin seventh birthday. She missed her 10-year anniversary with Albert.
Oh.
And so there were all these rumors that were like, is this real? Or is this like, is this marriage on the rocks? Blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
But she came back and apparently she came back to her duties. But even now, still, even with they're like 12 years, they've been married 12 years, there's still like rumors that they're going to get divorced. And it's like, things are not, you know how rumors are though. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
they are still married, but it's like,
But how
the
happy
man
are they?
the
Yeah.
man is still having paternity suits filed against him, and I'm just like, can you not just keep it in your fucking pants, dude? I mean,
Or at
the
least
woman is really pretty.
fucking
You've got
wear a
two
condom.
children. Yes.
Like
How hard is that?
the pull out and pray method doesn't work. You can never, okay. Life lesson for everyone. You can never trust the other party to ensure that no babies are made. The responsibility is always going to be on you, regardless of your gender. Okay.
Right.
You are responsible to make sure no babies are made.
So if you are a man and she is claiming she is on birth control, do not believe it.
Just wear a fucking condom.
Also, you should do that to like protect yourself from
Well,
STDs.
I just say honestly, you should. If you have multiple relationships, then you should be wearing a condom anyway. You're right.
Right. Ew, gross. Anyway.
Agreed. That is gross. I'm into
But yeah,
monogamy. What can I say?
so this one might end like the
It may
others.
not work out. Well, I mean, it's definitely not a happily ever after marriage, even if they do stay together. Like it's
Right. It doesn't seem like it even started that way.
no,
So
literally sobbing on her wedding day.
yeah.
Maybe you should have just not.
Almost seemed like they like forced her to stay. Like I'm trying to flee the country and they made me
And they were like,
stay.
sorry, you already said yes. There are no backsies.
Right. We can't let you leave. I'm sorry. But anyway, so that is my story of the Grimaldis and their family curse of never being able to find happiness in relationships and marriage.
That was amazing, Claire. I mean, like, I
All because some man wanted to celebrate his victory.
by raping a woman.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, that's what happened. It's gross. Or burning a woman at a stake. I mean, either way.
Whichever one. Yeah.
By demeaning a woman.
Yeah.
That's right. We had the
And that's what
power
you
to
get.
curse you. Ha,
That's
ha,
what you get,
ha.
dick.
Right? Well, that was excellent, Claire. Thank you. I
You're
loved
welcome.
it.
You're welcome.
I loved it. All right. I guess that means it's time for tarot time with April. A spooky, spooky. Ooh, behold the tarot cards. All right, Claire, tell me when to stop.
Okay.
A shuffling we will go. A shuffling we will go. Hi ho, there you. A shuffling we will go. Ugh. Oh no, maybe it should be here we go. A shuffling. No, wait. Oh, I can't think of the tune of the song.
I know you've already ruined it.
I've already ruined it. Oh no. I can't do it now.
Here we come,
yeah, that one.
to be seen.
But I can't start it.
I can't either.
I fucked it up.
I can only come in the middle. Okay, forget it.
Yep.
We'll come back to it later. Stop.
There's next time. There's still next
Yes.
time. I'll learn my Christmas songs between now and then. Oh, let's go here. Boop. Boop. Ah. Okay, we start our week with Temperance.
Whoa.
Reversed.
Oh, isn't that your birth card?
It sure is. It's one of them. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have the Three of Pentacles. And we end our week with the King of Pentacles.
Ah.
So that's exciting. I don't know what upside down temperance is.
I don't either.
Let's see. It's about excess. Generally, anything in excess is bad, but oh well. A good rule of thumb is if you spend more than 2 hours a day on it, except for sleep, you might need to rethink your day. Does that mean I should rethink work?
Right?
It's easy to lose your balance when you're it's so easy to lose your balance when you're precariously balanced like this. Okay. Interesting. That's a weird sentence.
That is weird.
Let's see. I like to call this the vortex of crazy. I know some people who live very happily, it seems, here. Everything is a crisis. Everything is all about them. Everything is huge. How exhausting. Sometimes it's not so dramatic when it's inverted. Sometimes you need to cut loose and dive into excess. It can be important to explore and taste and get dirty and bang yourself up. It's exhilarating and it's a wonderful way to learn. You might get your ass kicked though, so keep that in mind. When temperance is inverted, there's really no in between. You can get mad, but do you have to get angry? You can be hurt without being devastated, and you can be sensitive without carrying the world's pain in your heart. So it's a card of excess, which may or may not be bad, depending on what it is.
All or nothing.
Yeah. Seems to be how we live our life anyway.
Right.
Okay, Three of Pentacles. Oh, it's the teamwork card. That's for business and friendship and new opportunities. Yay! So, yay! It's all teamwork and good, happy vibes. And then we're ending. So we're going to be very excessive, and then we're going to have lots of teamwork. Maybe it's excessive teamwork.
Oh.
Is that a thing?
Okay.
Can you have excessive teamwork?
I don't know. Maybe.
And then the King of Pentacles, maybe. Maybe. There it is. This king is conservative. He's grounded and centered and unquestionably in charge. He doesn't need to shout or wave his arms to get attention. He pretty much just has to enter the room because he has an intense presence. Let's see. Let's see. The King of Pentacles is respected and loved by his people and family. So excess, teamwork, and then grounded and loved.
And
Sounds
centered.
and centered. I mean, okay.
This is not
It's
a
a
bad
weird
week.
week. No, I mean, we get to end
Like,
it pretty well. Pretty grounded and centered and loved. It sounds good.
yeah, not bad.
Okay. Okay.
We've had worse weeks.
Oh boy, have we. Boy, have we. All right. Wheel of Fate. What is going to be our next advent? I know you're all dying to know. There are
Right.
only so many Christmas advents for Brunch and Judge. What can I say?
Right.
Ooh.
Oh.
Wild card. What a great fun thing. Who knows?
It can be anything.
I'm excited because now we can pull stories that we've been holding on to, maybe. Or just go on some crazy wild Christmas tangent because that sounds like a thing I'll do.
Right.
All right. Yay. Yay for a wild card. I'm here for that.
Yes.
Woohoo. Do 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 do. Well, it has been another great week here at Brunch and Judge. I thoroughly have enjoyed our stories today, primarily because I like when people get cursed for being dicks. That feels good. Um, Also, I enjoy that a child made an ornament that cursed an entire family for many years and that they literally buried it, surrounded it in salt, saged the damn thing, and also stuck an
Right.
angel on top. So, like, I am here for that level of commitment. And in fact, that
Right.
reminds me, at the very end of her video, she said, because they moved away from that house, and she said, so if you live in a suburb of Portland, Oregon, and you have there's an angel statue in the
Angel statue.
backyard, or you're digging in your yard and you come up with this weird child ornament thing that looks like a Darth Vader helmet, she's like, burn it, just burn it.
Right.
And I'm like, that's amazing. So gotta keep that in mind. If you find something buried in your backyard, maybe just burn it to be on the safe side.
Put it back. Don't. It's buried for a reason.
Make sure you get that salt circle back. Be like,
It's buried for a reason.
all right. So until next time, when we come with some crazy stories that don't fit into any category because it's wild card week.
Right.
Until then, you can find us in all the things and at all the places at
Brunch and Judge.
Please follow, like, comment, subscribe. You can also find us on a podcast if you're watching us on YouTube, and you can find us on YouTube if you're listening to us as a podcast. We're diverse that way. Ha, ha, ha. But if you have any topics you would like to add to our wheel or any stories you would like for us to cover in a future episode, please send them to us at
brunchandjudge@gmail.com.
So until next time, keep on brunching
and keep on judging.
And don't get cursed for the holidays. Bye.
Bye.